Okay, just a very quick video on this Victory Vegas. You've seen the previous video when I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't run, and you know the tank is absolutely scorched up inside with rust. So that kind of put the kibosh on my next move with it, which was either to restore some of the paint, clean up the powder coat, and either sell it on or turn it into a trike. So with that in mind, I can give you a final update on where we might be going with this, and it is, again, don't hold me to it. Yeah, it is to the comment that I had that I was really rattled with. Yeah, it is a complex thing building a trike. I know I've done several in the past. As far as I know, they're all on the road still. One of them even managed to make best paint at a competition once. So, and that was done with rattle cans, for crying out loud. So I can't be all that bad at it if that's the case. My mind is a little bit weird on some things when it comes to what trikes are meant to look like, but that's just the weirdness that comes out of my head sometimes, you know. So basically I have spoken to an engineering shop regarding that rear pulley that you're now looking at. He has assured me that as long as the castings are not trash, he might be able to take the spokes out for me and weld a piece of billet in the centre. Yeah, this is going to be expensive, but I kind of weighed everything up in my head, right? If I was to put this back on the road as a bike to sell, I've got to spend about 1,000, 1,500, a new tank or a replacement tank. Injectors are going to have to go through. Everything needs cleaning up on it paint-wise anyway. The chappie who owned it before me just left it in the garden for 3 solid years, not running, and unfortunately it suffered. If I was to do my bike test, no, surprise, surprise, I don't have a bike test. At 55 years old almost, I'm now at the point where if I fall off, I'm going to hurt. I'm not going to hurt like a youngster. I'm going to really hurt, and I just don't want to do that. That's not me saying I am scared to ride. I have been riding all my life, but I don't want to pour £1,000+ quid into a bike test that the government stingily stealing off us, and I am going to call it that. Bearing in mind I've got to do CBT as well, which is no big deal. I've done a lot of those over the years. I actually do plan to do another one soon because I want to ride this little old jalopy, but yeah, I don't want to spend all that money and then get told I failed, because there is a conspiracy out there that they will only allow a certain amount of tests or passes per month, and I don't want to be one of those passes that don't happen, you know. I'm just not feeding the government. I've had enough of our governments. I've had enough of the Conservatives, and I've had enough of this bloody idiot in Labour. It's Nigel Farage for me all day long at the moment, but I'm not turning this political. So no, I'm not getting into that. So what do I do next? Well, then I put the money instead into a local company. There is a company down the road from me, an engineering shop that I wholeheartedly trust. They've done a lot of work for me over the years on trikes that I've built for myself, and other repairs that I've done over the years, and they're outstanding. So I've just been to see him. He did not kick me out of the building like he did the last time when I turned up with a hobby lathe that needed some work. It was like, what the hell is that? Get out, go, and all the rest of it. No, not this time. He's keen. Not keen, actually that's a lie. He's got a broken leg, he's not keen. But after Christmas, we discussed this after Christmas. That there pulley, if I can't find a replacement with a billet already in it, that is coming off. That is going to get stripped the powder coat after he's looked at it, and he's going to weld that up. And somewhere around here, I don't know where I'll put it, I've got a diff from a Jag. Actually, I pronounced that wrong. From a Jag. No, I've got that wrong. Jig, that's the one. So yeah, we're going to use that because it's got bolt-on drive shafts. Everything about it just makes life so much easier. Once I've taken the half shafts out, I can then put it in its own case, chuck a shitload of grease in there, get it watertight, bolt the said sprocket to the crown wheel, get it spaced out correctly, and then I just got to literally build a platform and a frame. The mud guards are coming off, we're not keeping any of that. The pipes are coming off, I've got something else going on that, and then we'll build a frame that'll bolt to the bike. We'll have independent suspension, not the best thing on a trike in my opinion. That heavy bike, that's a bit of a get around corners, to be honest, but we can do that if we need to, or we can make it solid. It doesn't really matter to be too much beaten up over the idea, but we can have just a swing arm. But the frame's chunky, I mean it should take it, but you know, we'll see where we end up. And then what I'll do is I'll put a fuel tank behind the back wheel, and I'll cut that tank open because it's absolutely mullered inside, and we'll use that as a storage for electrics because we've got extra lights to put on, indicators and everything else. We've got 2 tail lights need to go on, reverse lamps if I can, and that's the other thing, I need a reverse for this as well, so I need to find a kit to turn that starter into reverse, and we'll be good to go. So that is an update. After Christmas I will pull this apart, get that back wheel out, take that sprocket down to him and see what he says. He did put me onto a company that does drive units for machinery, and he reckons that they probably might be able to come up with one of those with a solid billet, and it might be more cheaper. Somebody who came around here, my mate Andy, suggested maybe look at Harley Davidson's, but I'll be honest, I don't know at this point in time if the teeth are the same like distance, because obviously the rubber teeth on the belt have got to fit exactly in as they're designed to do. As you can see, where is it? No, can't find it. There we go. There you go. There is the rubber piece that you need to pay attention to. Has to fit perfectly. And on a Harley, it might not. I don't know. I don't know enough about Harleys to judge that one. The sprocket would be smaller, so it'd give me a lot more top end. But pulling away with 2 wheels driving, possibly, you know, power being transferred from one tyre to the other all the while, I don't know how that would be. That gives me a lot of pull away, and as a motorbike I believe these do something like 95-100 miles an hour. There's plenty of speed in it really. It's the acceleration I need more than anything at the moment. So more top end would give me better economy. I understand these do about 30 to the gallon. They're not that great, and there aren't too many of these in the country, I understand now, because they're getting broken all the while because of lack of spares. Even though Polaris are still making spares, the cost of those spares is exceptionally high. I've been hoping that the aftermarket market itself would pick up on these, but no. So yeah, things like injectors, probably be better going straight to Bosch, somewhere like that, if I needed them. I want to trike it, so that's where we're at. Okay guys, so update complete.